Assalamu alaikum guys, so what's going on? It's your boy Chef Shakur. Naam to sala hoga. Got my Shah Rukh Khan in there. Today's recipe comes as a bit of a nostalgic one. I was having a chat with my nephew, bless him, he's in school, and he was saying to me, he goes, "Oh uncle, what do you guys used to eat in school in the 90s?" So I was just wondering to myself, I was like, we used to have like jam roly-poly, and we used to have the chocolate cake with the chocolate custard. And then I thought to myself, my favorite thing that I used to have was Cornflake Tart. Now I'm making my version today, which is not with normal cornflakes. I'm making it with honey nut. And if Kellogg's is still on your boycott list, then I've got this one from Aldi for you. And yeah, I've got the rest of the ingredients, and I just thought to myself, why not show you guys how to make an amazing cornflake tart. So that's today's recipe, guys. So yeah, let's check it out. The first thing that we do need is short crust pastry. I've been like everywhere to try and find a halal version, because they usually have alcohol in them, but this one from Asda is good to go. Okay, so that's the first thing that we need. And yeah, what we're gonna do first, before we open it up actually, is I'm just gonna so you need a clean service, and I'm just gonna sprinkle some flour like so, and you should have something like that comes out. We need to roll it out. Now you need to be as careful as you can with this. Just try not to get any I'm doing it with one hand but try not to get any broken bits in your pastry. Okay, as you can see there, the pastry tore off a little bit, so just with your fingers, just yeah, just give it a little tap and it should be okay. So that's that. And also we need to put some flour on top of our pastry. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll it out and make sure that it's nice and thin. Okay, so I've got my rolling pin over here. I'm just gonna roll it slightly just for the camera, but yeah, let me get that done for you. I just want to show you whilst I'm rolling it out. You want to go both ways with it, okay? So you can see that your dough is gonna, rather than becoming a rectangle like it was, it's gonna go a bit wonky, but that's completely fine. Don't worry about it. So you should at the end have something that looks like that. So the next thing I need to do is I'm just gonna put some more flour just to help it along the way, like so. Now what I'm gonna do is I've got my rolling pin. I'm gonna lift this onto the rolling pin and then roll it down like so. So now we should just be able to very carefully get it around. Don't worry about being neat at this point. There we go, like so. And then what we need to do is, I've got my baking tray over here, and we just need to lift this and slide. I feel like Roskella here. So yeah, just slide, one-handed slide. Yeah, something like that. Oh, that's alright, not bad for a one-handed job. But yeah, now what we need to do is we just need to make sure that there's no air over here, so we're just going to put everything together. Okay, as you can see, I'm just lining the pastry together. Now you need to go all the way around with that, and just make sure you don't have any holes poking over there. Okay, so yeah, let me just quickly do that for you guys until you have something like that. Now with the rest of the pastry, I'm just going to use a knife just to go over it, okay, until you have something like that. Now, if, like I said, don't worry if you have any holes. We still got loads of dough left. Like for example, if you wanted to add a little bit here, whatever, now's the time to do it before we bake anything. Okie dokie, guys. So now that that's done, the next part is I've got some baking paper. This one's grease proof, which is perfect. So we just need to take a little bit here. And to help us, before I place it down, I'm actually going to crunch it up. This just helps like the paper to, you know, just stay there quietly. Otherwise, when you put it like just as a flat, neat piece of paper, then it kind of just flies all over the place. Trust me, I've got experience in that. So yeah, I'm gonna open it up, put it down, and then usually what people do is they have those, you know, those baking balls that you just put on the top. But I don't have any, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some dried pasta. So there's some baking paper on there. Like, trust me, like, you know, I tried making another recipe the other day, and I didn't crunch it up, and I left it neat like that. And when I tried putting stuff on top, or when I tried moving anything around, this thing would just like slide all over the place. But now that I've crunched it up, it should stay in place there. Okay, so now let me get the dry pasta. So that's that bit done for now. Now what I need to do is, I need to preheat this oven at 180 degrees, which I'm going to do now for you. So in that goes into the oven for 15 minutes. So 15 minutes are up, and our pasta is obviously this is just for holding the pastry down. Oh, you can smell that. It smells so sweet. Right, let's take the pasta out. So you should have something that looks like that. Now I need to put it back into the oven, and we're going to leave it there for another 10 minutes. So after the 10 minutes, guys, you should have something that looks like that. So what I'm going to do now with this, I'm just going to leave it to one side, and I'm going to prepare the rest of the ingredients. As you can still probably hear, the oven's still on. That's because I still need it one last time. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it there just whilst I prepare everything else. Okay guys, so look, just for this recipe I bought myself a scale because I didn't have one. The one that I did have was a bit dodgy. So yeah, what we need to do is we need to measure our ingredients, and then we're going to be putting it in this bowl, and then we're going to be mixing it up, and then hopefully adding it to our pastry over there. Okay, so let's turn this bad boy on, make sure it's at 0. And look at that. Okay, so first off is our honeyed up, and we need about 100 grams worth of that. Ooh. I went a bit overboard there. that's what happens when you do it one-handed. Right, let me get this done to 100 for you. Actually, it must have just been the weight of that, because when I've taken it out, it's gone to 109, which isn't bad. But yeah, I'll get it down to 100. Oh. Right, okay, so time to put this into our bowl. Oops. Next up, I need to weigh 50 grams worth of butter, and then I'm gonna melt it. Like so. And next up, we need to add some golden syrup. Now you need to add roughly between 100 and 120 grams worth of golden syrup. Oh, I didn't turn that on. There you go guys, so that's 112. Yeah, you can put a little bit less or you can put a little bit more, but yeah, just around there should be okay. Now all we need to do is give it a mix. So your cornflakes should look a little shiny like that. So what I'm going to do is, just for now, I'm going to leave this to one side. Gonna move this across and get back our pastry. Now with this, what you can do is you can either use strawberry jam or you could use raspberry jam. I'm going to be a bit of a rebel, and I'm going to use some raspberry jam like that. And the idea is just to spread it all over at the bottom there. Okay, so I'm spread. See if I can do it with one hand. No. Okay, I'm gonna have to put the camera down. So should look something like that. Now And then remember that mix that we did with the cornflakes? We're gonna add that to our pastry as well. So now it's on there, so just need to give it a nice even spread. So remember that I had this oven still still on, still heating. It means it's time for this to go back into the oven. Now it doesn't need to go in for long, we're just going to put it in there for about 5 minutes. So at the end, after it's been in the oven for 5 minutes, that is what it should look like. Actually not really, because I don't know why, but it's looking a lot more golden in the video, but when I'm looking at it with my own eyes, it's more brown. I don't know. Maybe I might try changing it with the filter. But yeah, that is my recipe done for our cornflake tart. The only thing left to do is to leave it to cool, and then yeah, I'm gonna serve it with some custard, which I'll show you a little bit later. So but yeah, that is it from me. Like I say with all my videos, guys, please give it a like, share, subscribe, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy.